right. Hello, hello. We are live once again. We are doing about the same thing that we've been doing, which is to say, we are making more tests for Kinode Book. All right, so we have this other process, or this package. It's a remote file storage example. And we're writing some tests for it. So we've already got some of the tests written. Let's see here. We've got, here's kind of our game plan here. We're going to put a file onto the worker, check that the file is on the worker, and then read out the file from the worker. So we already have the put file done. We have the list files, so we need to make sure that we're asserting the right thing, and then we just have one more thing to do, and then we're done. Okay. So what are the files we're expecting to get back? We're expecting to get back just manifest.json. That's what we've put. So let's try that. Manifest.json. I think that's what we get back. Let's just make sure here. Let's see, so it's going to be server, probably API. That's what we want to look at. Yeah, so we get back, when we list files, we get back a list of strings. Okay, that looks right. Okay, read out the file on worker from master. So this is going to be a get file. So let's look at our API here. So get file. If get file, the host is node names at 1. The file name is manifest.json. If that's an error, then we fail. Otherwise, we can look over here at the client. I thought I had the client open. Where's the client? Guess I don't have the client open. Okay, it's going to be client source lib. So if we look at how we do the get file here, we just call get file, and then if we get an OK, then we get blob. So we need to get the blob. So this is just, right, all that's happening here is get file is just, putting the actual file contents in the lazy load blob. So then when we get blob, we are getting the file contents. Okay, so get blob. We get blob. We're going to just, whoops, so we'll probably want to call this like blob or something. Yeah, so we're just making sure that we're just like unpacking the thing from an option. Let the blob be get blob, else we fail. Right, so the error handling is super easy in these tests, because what's going to happen here is if one of these gets triggered, we're going to get like a fail printout from kit, and then we're going to get the line number. So we can just go and see, oh, okay, it failed at line 57. So we know that we got back a blob that was none. So it's like an assert, but better in the context of tests. Okay, so we got the blob. So it's actually like make sure that it's the right thing. So this is just a vec-u8. So what we're doing here is we're putting our manifest.json on this remote file storage guy, this remote file storage server. So now what we're going to need to do to have a comparison here is go and actually get this file. So we want to read this file from VFS and then compare the two files. And if they're the same, then we have successfully passed the test. So let's go look at our process libdocs, or the code itself. Why look at the docs when you could look at the code? Code is self-documenting, as they say. So we're going to go look at we want VFS. We want file. So we have to read our file. So yeah, vec-u8 is exactly what we want. This reads the entire file. Okay, so we want to. I think I ran into this yesterday. In the current system, you have to, if you do like an open file, you're opening it for reading as well as writing, which means you need write caps. We have the write caps here because this is just in our package, our pkg directory. But I think it would be nicer if we just keep it so that it's just read caps only used. So we're going to do VFS file rather than open file. We're going to instantiate the file object ourselves. So compare result to original file contents. So the file is this struct that we see in the left, line 7. So it's got a path, it's got a timeout, say like 5 seconds. The path is just this guy, so let's actually bind this to a variable. Let file path equals, this guy. Okay, file path. Excellent. We are using variables. File read. Okay, so let expected contents equals, and let's let's call this the contents. Okay, and then we do if contents not equal expected contents, then do this guy to fail. Okie dokie. Let's try it out. This is the fun part. Debugging. Okay, so we're probably going to run into a lot of errors here because this is, a new test. But we let our computer do some work for us. Why not let your computer do the work? Why should I have to use my human brain to figure these problems out? Okay. Could not find package locally. Okay, did I call it the wrong thing? Perhaps I called it the wrong thing. Tester sys. I think that's what it's called. Tester. Yep, that's tester sys, all right. Okay. What could be going wrong here? So we're compiling the test. Okay. Dependency package paths. Set up packages. Okay. Let's look at the metadata here. Let's compare it with what we were working on yesterday. Test chat. I think we want to look at the metadata here, right? Okay, so that's kind of what we expect. And it's the same thing. We're importing tester sys. Let's compare the test.tomls. Chat test.toml. Okay, that looks pretty similar. Locally or via download from sys. Is this because, I mean, what's weirding me out here is that the other test was working. So if we, oh, you know what? I think I might have the wrong version of Kit installed. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, let's make sure that we just have the right version of Kit installed. And then we'll try again. Okay. Kit. Oh, wait, are we in the right directory? No. Well, I think that would still work, actually. But, okay, it's still mad. Okay, let's try chat. This should work. When I was trying it the other day, it was working fine. So if it's, okay, so this is working fine. So then the big question is, why was it working fine and it is no longer working fine? Or why is this one working fine, but the other is not? Okay, so I think we already were looking at this, but remote test. I wonder if it's because we have this slightly different, I don't think that should matter. We have a slightly different structure. I don't think it should matter. Remote file storage test. Okay. We only have one node specified here. That is incorrect. Okay. Well, we're fixing things. I don't think that would cause this issue, but you never know. Okay, we want to run that test. Yeah, still mad. Okay, let's look at the metadatas. Yes, this is what we were looking at. Tester sys. That's pretty out of date, I imagine. Once again, I don't think it would be the cause of this issue. What else should we look at? Might just need to start printing stuff. And we can also just take a look at, let's take a look at where this error is coming from. I mean, the strange thing is that it's perfectly happy to pull down tester sys from the other one, but not from this one. Which makes me suspect it's not a problem with kit, it's a problem with the specific configuration here. Okay, so just to talk through what I'm trying to figure out here. We stand up a node that has dependencies on it, including tester sys, and for some reason we're having trouble pulling it down. So I'm trying to run down like where the issue could be happening. And it's particularly strange because the way that we're asking for tester sys in this test for remote file storage is the same as the way that we asked for it from this other test that we were just looking at that worked chat with file transfer. So there's something kind of tricky that's happening. Okay, so we're looking at kits run tests right now. Here's where we build all the different packages for the test. Dependencies, setup packages, and test packages. Okay, we boot dependency node. Then starting node to host dependencies, right? Then we start compiling stuff. Okay, so we compile the dependency packages server, then we expected CFG condition value test. Okay, that's another bug we could fix right now. Features test. Oh. Okay, now we're having issues compiling that. Okay, so I need to import some functions. Get capability. LMNOP open file. Oh, right, VFS open file. Oh, we already have VFS. So we're just being lazy. Okay. Does that compile? Hopefully that compiles and then we're back to the same issue we had. Handle tester script is never used. I mean, we still have the same issue. The dependency is not getting fetched. Do we actually do this? I think, oh yeah, this is a waste of time because we don't actually do this. We just do API calls. I was originally thinking we would have to do something like this, but like we do for the chat, but we don't actually do that. So let's undo the work we just did. Okay. And now we should be back to the issue that we were having. Yeah, okay. No warnings for server. And back to the same issue. Bad response. So what I really want to do here is get insight into what's happening on the dependency node. So when we boot the node, there should be like a verbose option or something. Run runtime. I bet that false is the verbose. Okay, split boot fake node. Run runtime. Oh yeah. Here we go. All right, we're making it, oops, verbose. And then hopefully we'll be able to get to the bottom of this. Are we running a node, or did we have a failure to shut down properly? Huh. We had a failure to shut down properly. Okay, that's a pretty bad bug. All right. Note to, I'm writing on another screen. Note to self, I will dictate for the viewers. We have observed a failure to bring down all nodes during test, specifically during dep building. During test building with deps. Okay. More work to be done, but that will be for another day. Anvil is still running. Okay. Anvil also failed to be brought down. Anvil. So right, all that we're doing here, okay, so we need to figure out what's, I think there's like an ls of. We're basically just trying to find those servers that are still running that should have been brought down and then kill them so that we can do what we want to do. Am I reading this error right? Connection refused. Anvil is ready. Oh, okay, I'm not reading this error right. There's an unwrap at 250. It's mad about printing. Huh. It's unexpected. It's because we're true verbose. Boot nodes. Yeah, I guess it's because we're true verbose. Okay. I think it's because we get back different things. Yeah. Boot fake node gives us back different things based on verbosity. So if we're verbose, yeah, we do different things with the standard. Okay. We need the pipes. So we want to just always print then. Okay, so run tests. I think it's probably cleanup. Drain, print. Okay, there we go. So what we want to do here is just always print it. If true. This is some difficult branching logic to understand. Hold up. We have an unsaved file. Yeah, we need to save that. Otherwise, we're going to run into the same error and then we're going to be confused. Okay. Save the file. rebuilding. We're going to get the information we wanted. Here it comes. Print it. Oh yeah, there's the node. Okay, is that anything useful for us? No capability for action reader at path tester sys tests. Huh. I mean, I don't think that's what the problem is, but it is a bit unexpected. Server template again. Okay, we need verbosity 3. Tests.toml verbosity level 3. I think this should do it. Okay, let's try it. It did not do it. Okay, let's change it back before we forget. And let's find where we can set that verbosity level. Boot nodes, verbosity, runtime verbosity. What? That should be. Where my verbosity at? Runtime. Runtime verbosity, unwrap or else 0. Well, we're getting the 2. We're clearly getting the 2. Based on those prints, it's definitely not a 0. Okay, well this is stupid, but 3U8. We're just trying to get some information. Just give us the information. Okay, we got the information. Get API response. Install response. I mean, that looks like a success to me. Why is it mad about it? What in the world? This is a very different error. Why weren't we seeing this before? Why is the world not an interface? Why did the error change? Let's stash our stupid kit and let's try again without it and see if we get this actually helpful error again. Yeah, we get it. Although I'm confused why we got that print, considering that we should have the basic. We shouldn't be seeing that print. What in the world? Okay, I'm pretty confused, but let's just fix the bugs. I'm gonna have to go watch this playback after I'm done streaming because I feel like this error just, I don't know. Maybe I just need to get more sleep. I'll blame the baby. Okay. Whatever the case may be, computers are never wrong, so it must be the human is at error. We can proceed to fix it. So the problem is our API. So let's actually open these side by side. Server API, whoops, and then test this guy API. Okay, so we are importing the wrong thing. So we want to import server. Okay, and then test remote. Right, we can import an interface. We have to include a world. We don't actually want to include the world. We want to import the interface. Okay. And then let's make sure that we're doing the right stuff here. Server API. Is that actually how we call it? Or do we call it server? Server API. I think it's just called server. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it. We are making progress for mysterious reasons. Okay, cool. These are just like standard bugs. Yeah, I'm still super confused about why we're getting good errors now, and I feel like we were getting very unhelpful errors before. Very misleading errors. You know, if there was a chat here, I would ask for help from the chat, but we're all on our own. So we'll have to figure it out another time. Let's actually do this right. Worker, node names at 1 as ref. As ref. Worker. Worker. Use variable names that make sense. People reading your code will thank you. You will thank you when you're reading your code in the future because you're a different person. What is obvious now is not obvious in the future. I feel like we're getting some good philosophical ideas here in this stream. Okay, file path to string. Okay, contents. Oh no. Okay, so we want to do right, like contents dot bytes, I think. Or is it bytes the method, or is it bytes the I don't know. We're thinking too hard. Let the computer do it for us. I'm not sure if it's bytes method or if it's bytes field. Parse. It's mad at us because it can't infer the type, I think. 39. Oh yeah, we are cruising now. Address. Give me more useful errors. Let's go. Let's go, boys. We got to pass. Okay, so we need to clean up these compiler errors, and then we need to just confirm that this is actually a pass. Okay, so we want to get rid of this request. And it looks like actually that thing that we're parsing is not even used. So that's kind of unfortunate that we spent time fixing it. We could have just deleted it. I watched an Elon podcast the other day where he says you should always try to delete stuff. I need to incorporate that into my life. All right, deleted. All right, clearing, running the test. All right, I think it's just going to pass again, but with no compiler errors. I need to figure out how to make this whole testing thing less verbose. Maybe a lot of this should be debug. Not sure. Something to think about. Okay, so we have added test. We have slightly modified cargo. Let's PR it. Add remote file storage test. Test. All right. Always check out your code, your proposed commit before you commit it. Always ask yourself the question before you commit code. Are there any bugs in this code? Aha, here's why you do this, because you found all these garbage comments, so you can go and clean up your code. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see a bunch of detritus. Okay. Okay, so now run it again. The only problem is you have to scroll past this like million line cargo dot or toml dot lock or whatever, cargo dot lock. Okay. So anyways, when you're about to commit code, you need to ask yourself, does this code have any bugs? And if it has bugs, then don't commit it. Fix the bugs first, then commit it. This is how you become a better dev. Remote file storage, add, test. Okay. All right, now we get to commit our code, or merge our code. Okay, here's our commit, or here's our PR. Okay, merge it. All right, so now we have 2 tests added. What are we going to do next? The question is there more code that needs tests? I think most of this stuff has tests. Test. HTML. Okay, chat with file transfer has a test. File transfer has a test. HTTP client and server do not have tests. MFA, data, FE, message have tests. WebSocket has tests. Okay, Well, I don't know. We're getting, looks like we're at about an hour. So let's call it a day for that stream. Another successful stream. Thanks for joining. And let's see, what can I shill? I can shill Kinode. So you're going to want to go to book.kinode.org to see our docs. You're going to want to look in the description for different links that are useful, like our Discord, like hosting, and join us. I'm thinking I might make this like a frequent thing. So yeah, join us on Dartfrog. You can get Dartfrog on Kinode. You're going to get your Kinode. You're going to go to the App Store and look for that little frog statue, and then you can join the chat. We had a ton of activity in the chat today. Lots of amusing quips, anecdotes, and yeah, get involved in the conversation. And the conversation is also on Discord, so hop in on Discord, join us, and yeah, till next time.